Hi everyone, and welcome to the second part of this web scraping project where you're gonna web scrape the description of each job. In the previous video, we scraped a list of jobs and saved it to the CSV file, including its title, the company, location, type, whether the home office is allowed or not, the salary, and the URL. If you go to any specific URL, you will see the specific job that is posted. And in this video, you want to scrape the information that is posted for each position. For this, you're going to go to the inspect section and you're going to see the HTML that is responsible for this specific job. So what we're going to do in this section, we want to create a new function which is called post job description, and we want to modify the main function where we will iterate through each job and fetch its detailed description. Let's go to the website again and let's look for the section, HTML section, that is responsible for the data that we want to scrape. We want to scrape the information about the company, what the company is looking for, and which skills you need to have in order to get the job. Please check out my previous video in order to understand how we fetched the list of jobs. For the description, we need to fetch the class that is called job content, job text, job content, job text standalone. So let's start with the function itself. First, we want to initialize the variable, which is called description. It's going to be a string, and we will return this description variable with strip function. The strip method is applied to the description string to remove any leading or trailing white space, including extra new lines. Then we want to check if the URL is provided. So if job URL. If no URL is given, it will skip the rest of the steps. But if we do have a job URL, you want to get the job page content. Therefore, we need another variable called job content. And we want to call the function getPageContent. The function we already provided in the previous video, this one. So I will copy paste it. If we do have a job content, we want to create a description tag. Again, please watch the first part of the series in order to understand why do we need the description tags. We've done it similarly to different columns like title, company, etc. Before we initialize the description tag variable, we want to use the soup. We are using the soup, the Python framework, in order to parse the HTML content. This creates a soup object which is a structured representation of the HTML document that allows for easy searching and manipulation of the elements. So once we define the soup, we want to use the find method of the soup. And previously, in the previous video, we were using an href or list items or an anchor. In this case, we want to use a div because the information is stored in a div tag. And we also want to use the name of the class. You will copy paste this name of the class tag. Now we want to extract text from all child text inside the div. If you look carefully, we have different tags like paragraph, h2, h4. So we do need all these tags, and therefore we will use the method find all for each element. If description tag we want to iterate through each element. In the description tag find all, we will set to true. And we need the text that is hidden in each element. That's it. We already have the new function, and now we need to modify the main function in order to get the text and the data for each job, and store this data as a new column in the CSV file. So we want to iterate through each job. If there is a job with the URL, first of all, we want to print a message. I will copy paste the message. This message is for us to know what we are currently scraping. We want to see the title of the job and the company of the job. And now we want to call the parse job description, the function that we just created. We will pass the argument of the job URL, and we're gonna store it in the variable called job description. And the same as we did previously, we want to add a random delay to avoid being blocked. We already used that here. And we're going to use it again here. And that's it. Let's run the whole script and see if it works. Looks like it works because we are scraping already the first description, the first job's description. The second one, the print method is very useful here because you can see the title of the job and which company posted this job. So the error that we encountered is from the function post job description, and we forgot to prove whether we have job content. Therefore, let's go here and prove again if job content. Then we call the beautiful soup framework, and then the description tag, and the rest should be moved to the right. Right, so let's try again. And now it works. So let's check the CSV file. And here we have one additional column called description. And let's check the first job. It's engineer operations, NTS company, the location, type, home office, salary, the URL, and the description. So let's check it out. So let's check the text. Yes, and it's the same. So in the next videos, I would like to extract the skills from the description text and save it into additional column called skills. Later on, we will connect the database MySQL, and we will match our CV to the jobs that we scraped. Please subscribe if you do not want to miss the next videos to have the whole project done.